Amrita Dalma Shergill was born in Budapest on the 30th January 1913. Today, a marble plaque marks her birthplace in one of the apartments of the building number 4 at Szilágyi Dezső Square in Buda. It is a Sunday, the bright, frosty winter morning of the 30th January 1913. A bracing, cold wind from the frozen Danube whistles sharply, and the windows are covered with hoarfrost. Such was the day when Amrita came into the world. The bell from the little Protestant church told the hour of noon. A new being had appeared on earth and had uttered its first cry. Remembered her mother. Her father, Sardar Umrao Shergill, came from a noble family of Punjab, a philosopher with retiring temperament, a student of comparative religion, and a pioneer of social emancipation, particularly emancipation of women. Her mother, Marie-Antoinette Gottesman, sister of the famous Hungarian Indologist Ervin Baktai, was a talented Hungarian opera singer with a vivacious temperament. The couple had two daughters, Amrita, born in 1913, and Indira, born in 1914. At the beginning of the First World War, the family moved from Budapest to the home of Amrita's mother's family, the Gottesman, to Dunaharaszti, a charming, peaceful village on the banks of the river Danube. Here they spent 4 carefree happy years. At that time, Amrita was 5.5 years old. She also began to draw with colored pencils. Before she was 7, she started illustrating little stories I used to tell or Hungarian folk songs, of which she was very fond, as we can read in the memoirs of Marie Antoinette. The artist's mother tongue was Hungarian, and her formative years were spent in Budapest and Dunaharaszti. The Shergills enjoyed the company of sophisticated bohemian circle of artists and intellectuals of the Hungarian cultural life, which was particularly rich in the 1910s. Amrita knew and interacted with these characters, who influenced her childhood and adolescence. In January 1921, the family left Europe to start a new chapter of their life in India. Umrao bought a house called the Home at Summerhill in Shimla. These Shimla years brought many changes in Amrita's life. New home, new language, new culture, new people around. And it is also during these years that the talent of the young girl became evident for her family, thanks to her uncle, Ervin Baktai, who suggested to send her to Paris for a proper artistic education. In 1929, the family left India and returned to Europe, to Paris. Amrita took a formal training at the École des Beaux-Arts from 1930 to 1934. As Amrita wrote for an article in The Hindu in 1936, "Although I studied, I have never been taught painting, because I possess in my psychological makeup a peculiarity that resents any outside interference." In 1933, she won the gold medal and the election as associate of the Grand Salon in Paris with her painting Young Girls. She was the first woman and first Asian to have received this recognition. It's also here in Paris that Amrita met Yusuf Ali Khan, the son of a wealthy landowner in Uttar Pradesh. This meeting was fatal in Amrita's life. Yusuf left her with venereal disease. Between Delhi and London, Zebegény is the center of the world. During the summers of her years in Paris at École des Beaux-Arts, Amrita spent her holidays in Zebegény, a village on the Danube about 40 kilometers from Budapest. Since the early 19th, Zebegény has become the favorite place of artists. Amrita's mother's youngest sister, Ella Szepesi, had a home in the picturesque village where Amrita and her sister Indira stayed. Here, in the Szepesi villa, she often met her friend and cousin, Viktor Egan, with whom she started a relationship. During these years, Amrita executed most of her Hungarian paintings. The Gypsy Girl. I got hold of a gypsy girl who is willing to pose for me in plein air for 1 pengő and some old clothes. Hungarian church. Trees. Winter. Gypsy girl from Zebegane. Girls in conversation. Boat. Village scene in Hungary. In the garden. Grape. I paint landscapes as well as still lifes in this terrible heat. As a result, I'm completely exhausted. Potato peeler. Victor Egan. Two girls. Yesterday I started a really large canvas of two small peasant girls. It will be a big work. Hungarian village market. In 1934, Amrita returned to India. This last period of her art and her life is about finding her roots and starting something really new, what we call today the Indian modernism. Around 1936, Amrita met the art collector Karl Khandalwala, with whom she rediscovered Indian traditional art such as the cave paintings at Ajanta, Mughal and Pahari art. In 1937, she explored the southern parts of the country and made her famous trilogy of Bride's Toilet, South Indian villagers going to market, and Brahmacharis. These were distinct from her earlier work in Europe, as they revealed her sense of colors and empathy for her subject in despair, which she imbibed in India. On the 16th July 1938, at age of 25, despite her family's opposition, Amrita got married to Victor Egan, her doctor cousin and best friend. Victor's mother, Blanca Egan, born Gottesman, was the sister of Amrita's mother, Marie Antoinette. The couple started the common life in Budapest, under the same roof with Victor's mother. But only 1 year later, in June 1939, escaping the approaching shadow of the war, they left Budapest forever. Once back to India, the couple settled in Saraya, where Umrao Singh, Amrita's father, had his farms, and where Victor had secured a job at the dispensary attached to the sugar factory run by Amrita's relatives, the Majitias. In 1941, the couple moved to Lahore, which used to be a culture hub and main center of art in pre-partition India. In November, she started to organize her first solo exhibition in Lahore. Amrita's parents were at the home on December 5, 1941, when at 8 in the evening a telegram arrived from Lahore saying that their daughter was very ill. After a few minutes of stunned uncertainty, Umrao Singh and Antoinette rushed up to the Summerhill post office, which was a couple of 100 yards from the house, and set up a trunk call to Lahore. After the tortuous telephone connection was established, the news was reconfirmed that she was serious. Around 2 that night, another telegram was delivered to the house saying that Amrita had passed away. Amrita Dalma Shergill passed away on the 5th December 1941 at the age of 28. She was cremated on the 7th December in Lahore.